just a little bit of proof. I got a whole video of just me fucking around in Chamonix because I went out there for a wedding. I'm just going to pop it up there because it's a freaking cool place. And a lot of you guys might have never seen it, especially American guys, so I'm going to pop it up there. All I ate for an entire weekend, because it was a wedding, it was one of my good friends' wedding. One of my best friends when I was younger. So, damn right I indulged. You know, it was a time to celebrate, not worry about things. I ate croissants, I ate cheese, bread, crazy amounts of meat and desserts. Oh my god, the desserts. Anything with the word tartlet in it, I ate it. 3 days straight. I mean, one breakfast of mine, the macro balance on it from having like 6 chocolate croissants was something like 200 grams of carbs, 100 grams of fat, and like 30 grams of protein. That was just one meal in the morning for the day. 3 days of that I had. And look. I didn't get fat, I didn't die, I didn't lose my gains. I had fun. My body dealt with it. Why? Because every other day I'm consistent. So you earn those times, you earn those rewards. Never cancel something with friends from your calendar because food controls your life. This is the point. Forget the bullshit and enjoy your life. Eyebrow peace. Boom, baby! Missed it off one of the last ones. Somebody said, where's the boom, baby? There it is. So this is part 2 of eyeballing the macros. So you saw in the previous video, went out for food to like a gastro pub. I had a tomato soup starter. I had a good main, which was something like a lamb and potato and gravy. Really nice, good food. And then I had a massive fruit sorbet cheesecake. Well, not sorbet, like a fruit drizzled cheesecake to finish with. And the whole point was of all these videos is to show that you can go and achieve a certain type of physique and still have a social life, still involve yourself in normal day-to-day activities, not be controlled, even restrained by a crazy addiction to having to have clean foods or worrying about one meal being slightly out of place out of the others. The true fact of it is that yes, I don't go out and eat, crazy, uncalculated portions all the time, but I do it on a regular basis. If I was competing, I'd still go out to eat within the first, I don't know, maybe 10 weeks of the diet and eyeball it. But I go to places that, I was confident in how I knew how they cook things, and would obviously, I tend to choose foods on the menu that I have a good idea about anyway. The whole thing with the macros and your food and your nutrition is time. Time serves to be a brilliant accomplice to eyeballing your foods, because over time you get to know what portion sizes look like. You get to know right off the cuff what is in certain types of cuts of meat, carbohydrates, the way things are cooked, how much relative oil they're going to be using, so you can kind of get a real good guesstimation of what you're going to eat before you've seen it. So how I go about logging that food. So the eyeballing works to give me my rough weight size. So obviously you don't want to be doing this straight off the bat and going out and eating regularly out all the time if you're trying to get your body in a good balance and you're new to all this. You want to give yourself some time to learn, get used to seeing the portion sizes, get used to knowing what's in foods and building that database of knowledge. Once you have that, eyeballing your food, you're looking at your portion sizes and you're guesstimating roughly what weight it is. I always overestimate very slightly to make sure I'm covering all my bases. Then after that, how do we log it? How do we find the actual macro levels? Here's what I do. In the UK, we have supermarket brands which are known as extra special. So they tend to be a bit more decadent kind of foods. They're made with the fattier products. They're made with the if you're getting like a cheesecake, it'll be made with the heavier cheese bases. If you're getting pies, it'll be made with the more decadent pastries. So what I tend to do is I'll obviously eyeball the weight of the food, and then I'll log it as I'll search on the MyFitnessPal app, which if you don't have it, get it. I will search on that for the extra special or the or whatever the equivalent is in whatever country you're watching from. or if you know of a certain type. So to say, for example, you know it's a really good cheesecake that you like, and you know it's pretty heavy on the macro front. Use that cheesecake as your database value for what you're choosing. So in that meal where I had the tomato soup starter. Now it's a creamy tomato soup, and in a restaurant I know they're going to put actual cream in there. So I will log that as, say, over here we have, like, I don't know, a certain brand like a Baxter's or a is it Farmhouse or something. There's you know the soups that you're talking about. They're usually the creamier ones. They're the extra special versions. They're like the high end brand of that soup. So I literally logged, I think it was a Baxter's one I used, the soup, and in that I could see that we were around about 250ml of soup in that bowl. It was a rather large bowl. So I logged 250ml of that extra special soup, or the more decadent soup that I chose. Obviously it was a tomato, creamy tomato soup. Then for the main meal, I took the meat, logged it as the type of meat that it was. I trimmed the fat off. Whilst eating it, I determined whether it was a lean or unlean cut. If I'm having something like a chicken, I will log that as a roast chicken breast, not a chicken fillet. That way you're covering the kind of fat bases and what they've cut the oils in. For chips and things like that, obviously, you have a search through the MyFitnessPal database and find similar kind of, obviously they're going to be fried, so find the deep fried chips value on there. Eyeball, again, the amount of the amount you choose to consume. And the same with the potatoes, same with the veg. The gravy, just go with an extra special jarred gravy value. I would use that as my logging value. And again, just judge by the certain amount that you see on the plate. Coming to the cheesecake, it was a big ass piece of cheesecake. So like where you see a normal would probably be something like 125 grams. Mine was easily like 180, 200. Now because I don't know which it was, I would log it as 200, and I'd log it as an extra special 200. So I've taken that, and that's all one big meal there. So it's relatively early on in the day. I probably previously only had like a shake and some breakfast, which would have been weighed and logged properly. So I had a huge amount of allowance left. Now I wouldn't have gone out and had that meal had I had 3 or 4 meals that day already. I wouldn't have done it. What I would have done is, if I know I'm going to the meal late, I would have eaten less. This is the whole thing about meal timings not mattering. This is where they become your friend. You can literally bank your values if you want to. If you know you got something coming out that day, bank your values. You know, if you know it's going to be a high carb, high fat meal, then pull those back. Just have high protein meals through the first part of the day or through the afternoon as well if you're going for an evening meal. And that's simply how you do it. You play it like that, and then you log what you've eaten in that meal, and if you've got anything left when you get home, then you eat that food. And that's how you go about it. Don't worry too much about going out every so often and eating and having fun and having a social life. Never ever cancel going out to see somebody because you think it's going to affect your results. Just compensate for it. This is the purpose. I think a lot of people are missing this. Like I put up a picture on my Facebook page the other day of a couple of drunken texts I sent between myself and one of my clients. One about me being randomly finishing up in my just in my pants wrestling in an apartment at the end of the wedding at 4 AM. And he sent me one back saying, you know, he woke up upside down on a hill with even more bruises, and we went out biking the other week. You know, and he's on the shred plan. I'm dieting and maintaining at the moment, you know, for shoots and getting set for FIBO and things next year and judging where my body's going to be at. Yeah, I'm not cancelling out any kind of fun at all. I just compensate and allow for it. And that's the purpose of it, is you can do everything. So yes, we drink. Yes, you can go out and eat. Yes, you can be social. You never should cancel anything off your calendar because you think it's going to affect the way you look, unless it's like something you're intending to go out drinking 7 days a week. Obviously not a clever idea. Anything done to excess is going to be bad for you, but everything within moderation is completely and utterly feasible, and you can still get to the goals that you're searching for. So that's my point. Like now, I'm eating a sausage and cheese toasty. Jalapeno relish on it. Soya linseed bread. I don't care what time of day it is. It tastes damn good. I've only had breakfast so far. I've got so much allowance left I could have picked pretty much anything I wanted for this meal. And previous to this, again, meal timings, how they don't matter. Prior to eating this, I was just eating a full bowl of sludge. So that was a protein that I'm going to be reviewing shortly, which is the new vegan-friendly USN protein. And I crushed up a lower fat chocolate digestive biscuit into that and mixed it in. So I had like a chocolate digestive Angel Delight butterscotch sludge. And staying shredded. So don't be afraid. This is the point. Eat what you want. Just not as much as you want. If you've got something coming up in your calendar that you want to go to, do not cancel that appointment. Allow for it. The whole point of this is you have to have a life. If you don't have a life, what's the point? Enjoy your food. Enjoy your training. Stay tuned for more useful shit. Boom, baby!